Hey, I appreciate you watching Mondays with Mike. I want to share with you a passage of scripture that I use at funeral services frequently. Funerals are typically 3 or 4 days after someone has passed away, and my go-to passage to comfort the family is a similar scenario. 4 days after someone had passed away, Lazarus had been dead for 4 days, and his sisters were grieving, and Jesus could have come there and healed Lazarus before he died, but he purposely did not. And when he got there, Martha came running up to him, Mary did too, came running up to him, wagging their fingers and saying, "Man, if you'd have been here, my brother wouldn't have died." Jesus knew what he was about to do, but nonetheless, he asked Martha, "Martha, I am the resurrection and the life. Whoever believes in me will never die." And he's asking Martha this with her brother having been dead for 4 days. He was a follower. Lazarus was a follower of Jesus. Lazarus was dead in the grave. What do you mean he'll never die? Jesus didn't mean a physical death. We all experience that. He meant a spiritual death. You'll never die a spiritual death if you believe in me. And he said, "I am the resurrection and the life, and anyone who believes in me will never have that spiritual death. Do you believe that, Martha?" And Martha said, "Yes, Lord, I believe." That's the most basic, fundamental, important question anyone can ever answer. Do you believe that Jesus is the resurrection and the life, and that whoever believes in him will never die? God has connected you to friends. He wants you to bring those friends to church or to share the gospel with those friends. He wants you to use those connections for them to have the opportunity to answer that most basic and important question ever. Do they believe Jesus is the resurrection and the life? Do they believe that if they believe in him, they'll never die that spiritual death? Do you believe it? Because if you say, "Yes, Lord, I believe," then it will change the way you live. It will change the way you function in a dead and dying world. It will change your perspective on everything. If you really believe that Jesus had the power to raise himself from the dead, he can do anything else. It's a game changer. Do you believe? Say it with me. "Yes, Lord, I believe." Now go help 5 friends come to that same conclusion. God has already connected you to people, either through casual acquaintances or deep relationships you've had for a lifetime. Steward your relationships with these people. Use Easter as a platform to have them answer that question. "Yes, Lord, I believe." I appreciate you watching Mondays with Mike. I'll see you next week.